Today on Street Sense. Frustrated because you can't get a credit card?
Don't you know you absolutely need a credit card to reserve a room in big fancy hotels? You're either really stupid or really stupid.
Street Sense. Street Sense. Street Sense. Street Sense.
It's the final episode of the season, and it's all about moving out.
Hi, I'm Jeff Larkin. I'm from Halifax. But now I'm living here in Ottawa. I thought I was ready to move out, but I'm having a hard time. I was thinking, since your show appeals to kids from 12 to 24, why not tell them how hard it is to move out on their own? You have stuff like your phone deposit, your first and last month's rent, your cable, your groceries, and what's going to cost you to feed the cat.
You can feed your cat for about $90 a year, but before you start stocking up on vittles, make sure your landlord allows pets. See, landlords tend to be picky about things like rent, damage deposits, loud parties, and furry critters. But you, as tenants, have rights too. A lot of them. And they're all laid out for you in your provincial landlord-tenant agreement. In some provinces, landlords are required to provide tenants with this document. If not, you can get a copy from your provincial tenancy board. Give them a call or look them up on the internet. They're there to help you. Jeff Larkin is right. It's hard to move out for the first time, but here are some tips that might help you along. Be prepared to pay first and last month's rent when moving into a new place. Landlords usually ask for a damage deposit, which you'll get back when you move out, as long as you leave the place in good shape. Take pictures of the empty apartment before you move in. You don't want to be charged for a hole in the wall you didn't create. Are there telephone and cable jacks in the unit? Check to see how much each of these services will cost. Are utilities included in the rent, like heat, oil, gas, electricity, and water? If not, check what these costs will be. Ask your landlord about rent. Some provinces allow yearly rent increases, but written notice is usually required. When you pay your rent, always ask for a receipt. When you're finally ready to sign on the dotted line, remember to get a copy of the signed lease. Once that's taken care of, sit back and relax, hang out in your underwear, and stay up way past your bedtime.
What will be the best part about moving out?
Moving out? Not having a curfew, having to come home when the parents say.
The best part would probably be being able to drop in anytime, charge room and board, and make money off people staying at your place.
I don't know, living at home is pretty good, but
It all boils down to the freedom aspect of the whole situation.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Jen.
I'm Neil.
I'm Mitch.
We're outside Pursuiti's Tomatoes, an Italian restaurant in beautiful downtown Regina.
We came for lasagna. Lasagna.
We tested 4 brands of lasagna microwave dinner. Stouffer's Homestyle,
No name?
Michelina's. And Olivieri Bella Pasta.
We tested in 6 taste categories: cheesiness, spiciness, amount of meat sauce, noodle texture, homemade versus manufactured taste, and grease factor.
It wasn't too bad. I like the cheese on top of the Stouffer's.
Stouffer's had the best noodle texture.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And I thought there was a little too much grease in the no name.
I like the actual taste of the Michelina one. Michelina's one of the best.
I like the Michelina spice. It was very spicy and
The
tasty.
taste of it was really good.
Yeah. There was grease, but it wasn't that bad. Michelina's was pretty spicy and pretty tasty, but it didn't have a lot of cheese.
The Stouffer's lasagna was most like homemade with lots of cheese and lots of meat, but it was also the most expensive.
No name had a lot of grease, but it had good noodle texture.
Bella Pasta had lots of meat sauce, but the noodles were still kind of rubbery. our scores, we found that No Name scored the lowest.
Bella Pasta came in third.
Nicolina's in second.
And the best overall in taste and convenience, although it was the most expensive, was the Stouffer's Homestyle.
Oh, I think I had too much lasagna. What?
Fast facts. Used car tip number 1. Never buy a used car without having it inspected by a mechanic.
My name's Elizabeth Hazel, I'm 19 years old, and I have my own Mendy design business called Enchantments in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And this is my shop. Mendy is the ancient art of decorating the body with a paste made from henna powder. The henna designs look like tattoos, but they last anywhere between a week and a month. The art of body painting has been a part of cultural traditions in India, North Africa, and the Middle East for centuries.
This is Milani Mendez, and I'm doing a sort of East Indian type design on her back. She's getting this done for a fashion show.
My initial investment for the henna supplies and for things like my chair and just little doodads probably ran between $1,500 and $2,000, which is money that I all came up with on my own, which is actually, it's not a lot of money considering I own a business now.
Well, designs start at $10, and they range accordingly in terms of intricacy and size. A piece like this one would probably cost around $20 to $25.
It's wonderful to see it now here in North America, and it's become absolutely trendy because of superstars using it now.
Oh, wow, that's really great.
Hi Sam, how's it going?
Pretty good.
I decided to go into a previous existing hair salon, so it's less expensive to rent space from someone who's already open, and that gives me use of telephones and things like that you would normally have to take care of, and that's quite a big investment. I had to go to the Registry of Joint Stocks to register my business, and it costs $50 for a name search first, and then it's $50 per year to actually register your business. There's lots of entrepreneurial opportunities in Canada, and if you really want to do it, I know you can.
We asked 100 Street Sense viewers what their plans were for after high school. In third place, you said you didn't know. In second place, you said you'd pursue a career in the arts. And first place was university or college.
My name is Asiel Durhally. I'm a grade 12 student from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I want to finance my university education through scholarships. I have found out about some, but I have a feeling there are many more out there. Where should I be looking so I don't miss out on anything?
Getting into university or community college is about more than having the marks to go. It's also about having the money to go.
Scholarships can help big time with that dilemma.
Beyond your guidance office, the internet is a great place for a scholarship search.
Here's a one-stop site we recommend, studentawards.com. It's the most comprehensive, free, all-Canadian database of scholarships, bursaries, and grants we could find.
An internet search was how Cindy Crawford, not that Cindy, this Cindy, tracked down her scholarship.
It's the Gordie Hilton Scholarship. It's based on academics, and it's for my golf accomplishments. My parents just looked it up on the internet. There was like so many different scholarships for different things like that that you never even expect to find.
Application deadlines are all different, so check out what you're suited for at the start of grade 12, or better still, grade 11. Keep in mind there are scholarships and bursaries for everyone, not just those with top marks.
Lots of times what's really important is community service or extracurricular activities.
And even if you do get a scholarship, don't count on it funding all your school expenses. You should be looking at a variety of options.
I knew that if I sacrificed a CD in high school, it might mean a meal out in university, and at that time it would mean more. So I think that was my motivation to save money.
Start saving early, like grade 10 if possible, and never think you're going to get the money within a short period of time, because it won't happen. And to talk to your parents early about if they're going to help you out or not.
Here's a way your parents can save.
How much you qualify for depends on things like your parents' income and your savings. But not everyone gets that much, and some people don't even qualify. So here are some other options.
Yeah, university is usually more expensive than you think it'll be. I underestimated the cost of my supplies for going to the art school, and so I ended up having to get a Royal Credit line.
3 banks offer student lines of credit. You can get as much as $6,000 per year, and you can withdraw cash as you need it. These 2 other banks offer personal loans for students who don't already have government student loans. The big difference with both options is that you start paying interest right away. For example, if you borrow $1,000, you have to make monthly interest payments of about $7. For that reason, you'll need your parents as a cosigner. That's someone who promises to pay the interest if you don't. They're geared to students with financial needs. Look for applications this summer. The awards will range from $3,000 to $5,000 and should be available by January 2000.
Fast facts. Used car tip number 2. Bargain, negotiate. Do this even when you're buying a new car. Dealers will bargain.
What's your beef?
Hi, my name's Lucas Pinham from Eastern Shore, Nova Scotia. I have a beef. A little while ago, I ordered a scanner for my computer off the internet. I got all the info, filled out all the forms, and then it asked me for a credit card number. That really sucks because I don't have a credit card. I find that everyone's taking credit cards now, and people without credit cards aren't able to buy as much stuff now. That's my beef.
I don't know who you are, but I said no contact. The boy will be after you.
No one's after me. I just tried to reserve a room in this big fancy hotel, but I couldn't because I didn't have a credit card. What you doing?
Don't you know you absolutely need a credit card to reserve a room in big fancy hotels? You're either really stupid or really stupid.
How do I get a credit card, man? I don't have a credit card. Tell me what to do.
Give me your wallet. Give me your darn wallet. All right. You're old enough to get a credit card. You have to be at least 18 or 19, depending on the province or territory where you live. Now, take off your shoes.
Why?
Shh, they can hear every word you're saying. Just take off your shoes. What are you talking about, man? Now, listen very carefully. Many credit card companies charge an annual fee. For your first card, I suggest you apply for one with no annual fee.
Did you have to ruin my shoe to tell me this?
Take off your shirt.
Man, you better not be getting jiggy with me here.
If you pay your balance when it's due, you don't have to pay any interest on it. It's like a free loan.
Now, does that work with the cash advance? Because I need access to cash McDamn my Willis style, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not like a bank card. If you take a cash advance on a credit card, you're charged interest from the moment you make a withdrawal to the moment the money is paid back.
Interest? I don't have much interest in interest, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it'd be real funny if you carry a balance past your due date. Then you're charged interest on each and every transaction you put on the card. Do you copy?
No way, you aren't getting my pants. I'll whoop DT's butt now, you know what I'm saying?
Look, once you get a credit card, they'll be watching you very carefully. If you don't pay off the minimum payment by the due date, the credit card company informs the credit bureau. And once the bureau is informed, you have a record of the misdemeanor on your file.
Come on, man, you're being paranoid. They're not gonna put a bug in my pants.
It's not paranoia if they're really after you, is it? Besides, it's me the agencies want. Now take them off.
Who's after you? What agencies?
The credit agencies. I used to have a card once. I promised I'd take care of it. Now look at me. I can't get a loan. I can't buy a house. I have to drive around in an ugly used El Camino. My only friend and the only one I can trust is my cat. Now, is that paranoia to you? It can happen to you too.
So how do I survive? Help me! You're all I've got. I'm all you've got.
Pay your credit card balance in full every month. Do leave home without it if you're only going shopping. And use cash whenever you can. If you have a real problem managing your credit card, put it in the freezer.
The freezer?
Fill a container with water, put your card in it, and then put it in the freezer. That way, you'll always know where it is, but you won't be able to do any compulsive spending with it.
So if I apply for a credit card and just use it smart, then I'll be all right. Man, I can even get a new blender.
Better start with a new suit first.
How's it going?
Hi, my name is Alexis Dupuis-Leblanc, and I'm 16 years old. I live in Montreal, and I've been training for the past 8 years to become a professional ballet dancer at l'École Supérieure de Danse Québec. It's 5 days a week and 3 hours a day. And my mom bought me 2 tickets when I was about 8 to see the Nutcracker, and I totally fell in love with ballet, and I told my mom, I want to do ballet, I want to do ballet. A typical day would be that I get up in the morning, then go to school at 8:30, then do 3 hours of math, French, or whatever. Then I have lunch. Then I came here for 1:30 and do ballet until 6:45. Then I get home, eat, do homeworks, and get to bed. I live here with 2 other girls from my school. We have to plan food, we have to plan dinner, supper, which is something unusual for a 16 years old guy. I had moments where I doubted whether I would really want to be a dancer or not. All the normal stuff for a teenager, I'm giving up all that. So to go through this stage of wondering and having questions only makes you stronger. There's a lot of people in dance that I admire, such as Anthony Dowell, Baryshnikov. So this is La Salle Pierre Mercure. I've already danced here twice with the school, and it's one of the best theater for dance in Montreal. 2 or 3 minutes before getting on stage, I get so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna puke, I don't know. And then when I get on stage, I become somebody else. I become a star. When you become a professional dancer, you don't do it for money. It's so hard, it's so demanding. So you do it only for the love of it, the passion you have for dance. If I don't become a dancer, I would probably become a chef.
Fast facts. Used car tip number 3. Buy in the winter if you can, when fewer cars are purchased. Demand is lower and you may be able to strike a better deal.
The next winner in our parody contest wrote a very different version of the familiar Johnson & Johnson's Clean and Clear acne medication commercial. Congratulations to Allison Hill of Sydney, Nova Scotia for this winning entry.
This is my best friend Anna since 3rd grade.
And this is my best friend Andy since 3rd grade.
Yeah, you see, we saw a commercial for Johnson & Johnson's Clean and Clear acne medication.
So we went out and both bought some and started using it right away.
Yeah, but what the commercial didn't say is the results might vary from person to person.
My skin cleared up right away, but Clean and Clear didn't help Andy's acne one bit. Now Andy's jealous of my clean, perfect complexion. And I stole Andy's longtime boyfriend. So now we're not best friends anymore.
My best friend.
Don't push me.
Clean and clear and out of control.
How would you decorate your own place?
Red. Lots of red.
I decorate with posters of Ben Affleck.
How I like it, sort of quite colourful, to suit my personality, you know, bold and things like that.
I think I'm gonna go for like 1950s style.
Very retro.
Maybe put some of my Beanie Babies out.
If you're a student or recent graduate looking for a job, here's a way to use the web to catch one. Just go to this internet site, ngr.schoolnet.ca. It's called the National Graduate Register, where you can post your resume online for free. Employers also post jobs there. The NGR then tries to match up your resume with the available opportunities, kind of like the dating game. You can also read up on the latest career tips. There have been 250,000 job matches since the register opened in 1997. The toll-free number for more information is 1-800-964-7763.
Got something to say? Then write us at Street Sense, Box 3000, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J 3E9, or visit our website at www.halifax.cbc.ca. And don't forget to leave us your phone number.
Street Sense gets funding from Canada's Youth Employment Strategy, Margaret and David Fountain, and the National Graduate Register.
Oh, that's it for Season 10 of Street Sense. We're moving out for a while, but we'll be back in the fall, and stay tuned for reruns. Thanks for watching.
Yay! I don't...
Hey, Andy, isn't that Anna Dirksen, associate producer of the 10th anniversary Street Sense special? Yeah, how would you associate? How would you? Hello, see you later. Oh.
For all your skates, I love you. Okay, let's move on.
If you
Or you've been ripped off and fought back.
Fought back? Tell us about it. You could win yourself a uniquely designed, recycled, rubber binder bag.
Or something like that.
You're very rude.
You got an older brother?
Come sleep with me. My hands smell.
Here we go. We are still rolling. Yeah. Yeah, there we are. There I am, right there.
The only way that you're going to end up choosing healthier foods and all that jazz is to...
Welcome to the Street Sense Institute.
Oh, God.
Anna! Anna! Too much pressure!
How about La Jing Wu Cha Bu Ga Ni Ta?
Hello, Jackie Chan! Hey! You hear me? Hey!
We can take that again, right? Just maybe. I'll go sit. We'll shoot it again. Just one more. God, come on. We.